Personal Consumption Expenditures (PCE) data for May 2025 was released today, June 27, 2025, at 5:30 a.m. PST or 8:30 a.m. EST. Here's a brief summary of the key takeaways from this morning's PCE report. Core PCE, excluding food and energy, month over month, the core PCE price index rose 0.2% in May. This was slightly higher than the consensus forecast of 0.1% and the previous month's reading of 0.1%. Year over year, core PCE inflation ticked up to 2.6% in May from 2.5% in April. This is the figure most closely watched by the Federal Reserve. Headline PCE, all items, month over month, headline PCE inflation rose 0.1% in May, aligning with expectations and the previous month's reading. Year over year, headline PCE inflation increased to 2.3% in May, up from 2.1% in April. Why is this data important? Federal Reserve's preferred inflation gauge, the PCE price index, especially the core measure, which excludes volatile food and energy prices, is the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation metric. The Fed targets 2% inflation over the long run. Impact on interest rates. The Fed closely scrutinizes this data to determine its monetary policy, particularly the timing and pace of potential interest rate cuts. A higher than expected inflation reading, like the slight increase in core PCE month over month and year over year, could signal to the Federal Reserve that inflationary pressures are still present, influencing their cautious approach to interest rate policy. In brief, while overall inflation remains relatively subdued, the slight increase in the core PCE month-over-month figure and year-over-year figure might signal to the Federal Reserve that inflationary pressures are still present, influencing their cautious approach to interest rate policy.